Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great-grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn thing.
Man, welcome in. Hey, RobDaManMedia, we back, man. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Share this thing out, man. Let everybody know. We here. The normal show is back. The season's back. I got my brother here, Coach Dre. How you feeling, man? We back. How you feeling? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, man. You know, it feel good to be alive and awake, you know, and feel blessed, you know, another day. So, you know, it's just good. You know, football season is here, and I know everybody excited. You know, I know they was excited about the film that everybody put out, and then nearly put his out this morning. So you got to see a little football, got to see what it looked like, got to see the new turf. So I think everybody is excited about what's coming for Colorado football.
Oh, man, no doubt, man. Everybody excited. We excited. We going to get into it, man. We going to watch some film, well off from last night or whatever. But we got some roster updates that we're going to talk about. But overall, Coach Dre, when you look at the first day, what was your overall impressions of the first day?
I like what I saw all around from every phase of the game. Those receivers, again, I know we don't have a Travis Hunter, but O Miller looked like he's healthy. He looked like he's ready to be that guy. JoJo, it looked like he doing exactly what he did in the spring. But what I really liked was, I know we didn't have on shoulder pass, but just getting hands on people, running the ball, being physical up front. That was my biggest takeaway. I like what I saw up front, just like I say, move with your hands. Again, being a football coach and coach of offensive line, I'm looking at little stuff like hand placement. But those guys are running the ball hard, all of them. You're not finna bring these guys down with no little arm tackles. So I was very pleased with what I saw from the guys up front. Basically, the guys up front really impressed me yesterday in that first practice.
My biggest takeaway was just the overall competitive of everybody, right? Getting to the ball on both sides, being ready to be dominant on both sides, just truly being a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing something different that we haven't seen, and setting the tone day one, right? Each, like, at the day one, every time it was like, man, we need some this and that and third. The tone was set on both sides of the trenches yesterday, so that was a great sight to see. Salute to you aunties. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. On Wednesdays, it's gonna be, we starting a new thing this year, where it's going to be Women's Wednesday. That will be involving the CU aunties. It's an announcement that, you know what I'm saying, we was waiting to drop. We wasn't gonna say nothing, but hey, on Wednesdays, when y'all come to RobDaManMedia, y'all gonna see the aunties up here. Now, the show on Wednesdays might be evening show, might not be a morning show. But we gonna work some things out. They gonna drop their announcements throughout the week. So, man, if you just tuning in, man, make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you're not getting notifications, here's what I'm gonna tell you: unsubscribe on the notification bell and resubscribe, and the notifications will come when we drop. So, hey, we back on a regular basis. So I just want to put that out there because to see you aunties in the building, and we got a special partnership we're gonna be doing with them this year. So Salute to the CU aunties. But to get back to the what we had going on, Coach Dre, I wanted to pull this up, right? Because there's been some roster updates for the year. Brian Leftwich was at the first day of practice. I want to know your thoughts, Coach Dre, on Brian Leftwich being there first day and how important that is to this roster.
I mean, again, Coach Prime is constantly telling you guys, I'm trying to get my guys ready for the NFL. And who better than guys that have been there, that have walked in those hollowed halls, who have been in those trenches. Brian Leftwich is one of the best. I have an affinity for him because he played at Marshall, where my head coach played at. So I have a great relationship, knowing that this guy is a great. Again, y'all got to remember, he was the offensive coordinator for a Super Bowl champion. He coached Tom Brady, and when you hear Tom Brady talk about Brian Leftwich, he tells you that, hey, I've had great coaches. Brian Leftwich is one of them. And so for him to come in, uh, to work with Salter, to work with Juju, to work with Staub or Ponder, it's amazing, and you should be honored to do that again. And that also helps recruiting, because if I'm a quarterback and I want to come learn from a guy who's been there, played 10 years in the NFL, it was not a slouch. I don't want people to think this guy was a slouch. He was a good, and you talking about tough as nails. You talking about a guy that played a Marshall game on a broke ankle, where he would throw the ball, his offensive lineman would pick him up, carry him down the field to the huddle, just so he could stay in the game. So I just think that that's the big one of the biggest take, a great adding that also adds and helps coach, uh, our offensive coordinator. It helps him because now I got another guy in my room. And now with me calling offense, it's very tough when you're the offensive coordinator and you got a position. Now, when you're the offensive coordinator, I can leave Leftwich with the quarterbacks, and I can go look at the running backs. I can go down here with the offensive line. Pat Shermer was an offensive line coach. When he was the OC for a certain team, most teams, he was the O line coach. So I know he wants to kind of get back to his roots. And with him getting Byron Leftwich in there, he can do that. He can go around to all the groups and see what they're doing, make sure they're installing the right stuff. So this is a big pickup for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Again, it's just gonna make us even better.
Man, it's a good addition. Like you said, Pat Shermer being able to not just focus on the quarterbacks, but to see the entire landscape of the offense, right? Do you think Kareem Hart gets picked for player of the day if Pat Shermer is not being able to see everybody and not just having to focus on the quarterbacks? Like that's a tremendous thing to see now. They gave us a mini update yesterday. I can't say some of these numbers of some of these players are not fully updated, but for the most part on the website. But for the most part, most people's numbers are correct. Where there's a few people that numbers aren't. I know Byers is wearing number 7. He's not wearing number 9 on here for sure. But there's a couple other people that's not listening. Simeon Price. It's one of Coach Dre's guys. He called me last night. He's like, man, who is 26? That's Simeon Price, running back that came in from the SEC. So for the most part, it is updated. The coaching staff is a little bit updated, but there's still some piece of people missing off of there. But we got a good update for the CU Buff. So if you miss, who's who, because I know you're finna ask who's who when we turn on the well off right quick. And shout out to well off and Reach the People, Uncle Neely, for dropping the content yesterday for us. But we just wanted to go through and show you everybody numbers and give you a little update on that part of that. So anybody that stood out on film yesterday to you, Coach Dre?
Again, like you said, I called the kid 26. I didn't know who he was. At first, I thought it was Michael, but then I'm like, that's a 6, not a 9. The kid ran the ball hard. He ran the ball hard, aggressive, with a real sense of urgency, and I was pleased to see him again. For Kareem Harton to get picked for Dog of the Day, that lets you know that he's not just going to give up his position. And so anybody who come in here to take Kareem Hart spot, you're gonna have to work for it, because that kid is really working hard. So I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed with the way practice went. I like that the intensity that everybody had. Again, it's bigger than football for CU this year. Now, when you know what your coach has been through and what he had to deal with, it is about putting a smile on somebody else's face. Again, I'm gonna keep telling y'all, man. Anybody can be great. And the reason you say, well, why you say that, Coach Ray? Everybody can't be great. Yes, you can. Anybody can be great because you got to be willing to serve to be great. I'll say that again just in case you didn't hear me. You have to be willing to serve to be great. And these guys are serving a purpose. They're serving Coach Prime in the CU community and this fan base. And now it's all about us getting better and getting quality reps. And that's what I saw. I like what I saw from the ones and the twos, and that's the biggest thing. When you like what you see from your ones and your twos, you're in a great position.
No doubt, no doubt. Let me see. You said 59 yo-yo, 26 popped your eye. Okay. See a lot of 2 6s. See a lot of 2 6s popping up. That they like what 2 6 for sure. So Coach, you might be I know you own something, you know what I'm saying? I know you own something. But yeah, so going through well off and things like that and seeing the competition, seeing what's going on. I really like what the defensive line. And I don't think nobody really paid attention to it because it was hard to really see them on Reach the People. But when you see them well off, you see the actual work in them and how much these players have slimmed down and they're in shape. Um, it's gonna be a scary sight with this defensive line. If we put it all together.
You gotta feel good about it. Again, I feel like that's the strength of our football team. You got quality guys there. Again, you're gonna have a good rotation of guys, and so that's why Coach Prime always says, man, all I need is 2 or 3 plays out you, and we can get you out of there. And we can get somebody in, but it's not gonna be a drop off when we start doing that. And that's the biggest thing is, and that's what quality backup means, family. It doesn't mean oh, you're just a backup. It's meaning that I'm not losing anything, or maybe sometimes it means I'm getting a little better at something else. Because what this guy might just do good, this other dude might do great, and vice versa. This good dude might do this good but not great, but he does this great and not and just good. So that defensive line is very versatile. You're gonna see a lot of guys rotating in on that defensive line. You seen Sapp jumping around. He's excited. Coach Pecco out there getting those guys ready again. Guys that have walked the halls of the NFL that knows what it's like to be in the NFL. And like I said, I know a lot of people say, man, we get tired of Colorado fans saying like it's not other guys, like it's not other team with NFL coaches on it. Okay, it is, but do they coach? Do they bring up their coaches played in the NFL? So our coach does that. He make it a point to let people know. So you can't get mad at us because we talking like our coach talk. He telling you how much NFL experience he got. Hey, your whatever team you rooting for, they don't look at it that way, and that's okay. And I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with it, but that's the way Coach Prime likes it. And when you talk about these guys who have played top notch, you talking about the guy that's probably the best defensive lineman to ever play the game, or one of them for sure. When you talk about defensive lineman and what's happened, Coach Echo had a great career as well. So that defensive line is ready. And then when you add Coach Helu to that group, coaching those defensive ends is a scary sight when you got 4 or 5 guys. I can name probably 5 guys right now that I want to see on that end coming off rushing that quarterback, and that's a scary because most schools you might have 1, 2, maybe 3 at the most, but to have 5, that's a scary sight. So you hit the nail on the head when you talked about the defensive line.
Hey, Coach. So I stopped it here for a reason, right? When you look at this, just the formation set up, right? What's the one thing you notice we got out there? And it was consistent all day.
Consistent what we got out. What you talking about in that picture? I can't
Yep.
really see it. Coach eyes bad.
The
Um.
tight end. I'm gonna say the tight end.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna help you.
the tight. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. again, I think we talked about it Monday with Dukes. You're gonna see more of a Pat Shermer type of offense. You're gonna see more of what he ran when he was an offensive coordinator, because he loves the tight end, because it helps with your offensive line, it helps with blocking, and then now again, you see the emphasis that it's gonna be an emphasis to run the football. No ifs,
Uh,
ands, and buts about it. When you stand up in the meeting and tell the defense, "Hey man, first play we gonna run the ball," so don't even think about it. I ain't trying to trick you. I ain't trying to finesse you. The first play we running the football. So get ready. And so uh, that's great to see tight ends. But we got good tight ends. You know, there's no knock on it. But you have to work with what you have, and that's the one thing I like about why I'm never going you're gonna never hear me say nothing people want to have so much to say about Smalls. Smalls didn't come to play tight end. He came to play defensive end. But because we were lacking in the tight end position last season, he moved the tight end. Again, he made a sacrifice to come help his team because of the simple fact is we needed a tight end. But now we have some guys that you talking about the big freshman that came in, kids say he's 6'6". Man, come on, bro. At tight end, physical, 200 and like I think he said 260 or something like that. Hey, and he been working. He got bodied by Swayze. Hey, man, you on a different level when you start getting to that realm. So we're just in a good spot again. But again, you're gonna see more of a Pat Shermer type of offense this year and see more of his characteristics in that offense. And again, like Rob said, you saw it yesterday with the tight end most of the time lining up on the offense.
all right, so there's the second part of why I stopped this, right? Last year in this moment, that was Coach Prime talking to the quarterbacks on where to go and things like that. That was Coach Prime when they was doing practice for the bowl. That was Coach Prime talking to Juju. Now you got Brian Leftwich sitting here breaking down reads and what you should be looking at and how the motion, where the ball should go. Like he had already told Juju where the ball was supposed to go before Kevin Sutton even snapped the ball, right? And so these are the moments where this is so valuable. Now Pat Shermer just gets to call the game, and he got a quarterback that can tell you, hey, this is what your eyes should be looking at soon as before you even snap the ball, right? You send a guy in motion, what what I'm saying, to read a third man, third zone, things like that, and where your eyes should go right off the snap. And those are the things that this is the valuable piece that people don't understand of how much this going to help improve just the quarterback play. And when I'm telling you like this is a true quarterback battle. This is a true quarterback battle. I don't know if y'all know. Hey, Juju was out there slanging that thing yesterday, right? K Sharp, he did his thing, but he also threw an interception. So we got to tighten up on that aspect. But the quarterbacks, they was all right, just like Prom said. And so when you break down and you see what Brian Leftwich is out here doing, man, it's a beautiful thing to where this team can go. So I'm gonna keep this thing rolling. Touchdown to Marion Miller, man. That's what we want to see all season. Want to see a Marion Miller loading all season. So, Coach, I had just paused it with Brian Leftwich talking to Juju. Now he's talking to K Salt as they come in formation and stuff like that.
Again, it's just a better fit. You get to see these guys, and then like you say, it's Brian Leftwich standing back there. Like I say, Pat Shermer can go stand behind the offensive line, or he can stand to the side. He can look at a lot of plethora of things and not just be focused on the quarterback. When you're the quarterback coach and the offensive coordinator, 9 times out of 10, you're more focused on just the quarterback. And so when that happens, uh, you set you it's just you can't you're looking at just one thing. You're looking at their feet work. How are they? Did they take the right steps on that play? Did they hand the ball off the correct way? Did they do this? But now I have Byron Leftwich to do that. Now I can look at everything, and so that's the the plus to having a guy in that room right now. So now Pat can go look at everything and see maybe what he couldn't see last year when he didn't have a set of eyes like Byron Leftwich in that room.
Hey, I freeze this right for a reason. Y'all know last year and the year before, we ain't really have pockets. We ain't have pockets like this. For you to be able to step up and deliver a pass, boom. Look what the defenders are. Smooth pass to get off. Now you can see Arden Walker coming around the edge, but man, you got a pocket to just step up, you know what I'm saying, and deliver the ball. And that's what you've seen a lot yesterday is the quarterbacks having opportunities to get the ball off. Look at Juju, pocket, step up in, dime, right on the money. There you go, 2-6 right there. Still carrying the pile, broke him off. So just talk about, 2-6, right? What you seen from him, what you like from him, because I know that was one of the players that caught your attention, Coach Jay.
You just saw it right there. The balance, the shift, the steady moving your feet. Again, I know what people gonna get on here and say, "Oh, they don't have on pass. He might have get tackled." Hey man, you better wrap somebody up. You better let them know you tackle them. Even right now with us, we just in helmet and jerseys right now. But hey, don't be telling me, "Oh, I would have just touched him and say, hey, I would have tackled him." Arm tackling ain't gonna tackle them guys that's back there for CU in the backfield right now. So. Uh, I just like his shiftiness. I like the way that he moves. He looked like he built for this. And again, iron sharpen iron. So everybody know that they got to stay healthy. They got to stay available because you got a guy that's coming in here that he got to prove himself. He wasn't there in the spring, and that's the biggest thing. When you're not there in the spring, you have a lot more to prove in the fall camp because because you got probably a shorter period of time to show the people the coaches and things what you can do. And here in Colorado you get graded every day, so you gonna know where you stand at. You ain't gonna say you didn't know where you stand at. So I think the kid did a great job, a masterful job running the ball yesterday, which I think I saw good carries from all the backs yesterday. I thought, but he just stuck out with a couple of the runs that he had.
All right, so I'll freeze this frame right quick, right? Because this is the start. This is pretty much the first team right now, right? You got Sam at defensive end. You got Amari McNeil at D tackle. You got Bowens at D tackle. You got Arden Walker. You got French. You got Reginald Hughes. 7 is Byers. 23 is Carter, DJ, and RJ. Oh, that's the starting ones right now for first practice. So, if you're wondering who's on that starting defense right now, that's who's out there, and Preston Hodges in the nickel spot. So that was your ones yesterday. Any thoughts about the ones yesterday for the defense?
No, that's pretty much what I expected to roll out there. Um, but I'm not like I said. Nobody on that group should be comfortable.
Oh yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
in that group should be comfortable. But that's again, you got to beat those guys out. These are the guys that were there in this. You don't see nobody new on that defense, and that's you got to remember. You know why? Sam not out there. Wade not out there. You know why? They didn't practice in the spring. They got to beat. You got to come in here and take Alden Walker's spot. You got to come in here and take who
Sam's
was
out
that at the
there.
other end?
That's Sam.
Oh
Sam's
Sam.
out there.
Oh that's Sam. Okay. Well, I thought it would have been Wiggins. Now that's my fault. I thought it would have been Wiggins at that other end, and Sam would have had to come. But everybody else, you got to come take their spots. French and Hughes has showed why we come in here early. Why people are high on us. Tafik Byers, I don't know why people thought I was lying when I said the kid was the real deal. Oh, I gotta see it. And then Carter Stoudemire, man, I don't know why people don't like this kid or don't think he's a ball player. That kid is a bona fide ball player, and he played as a freshman. That says a lot when you come in and you can play as a freshman. And then he got injured last year. He wasn't fully healthy, I think. And so now he's healthy and he's ready to go. But those are the guys who I expected to roll out there the first day. But now if you on the twos, them guys that just transferred in, they're gonna be coming. They're gonna be coming and trying to make noise for themselves, and that's when you get the best of the best. That's when you get the best competition. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen now.
All right, what I mean, this is lovely, right? You seeing different formations first day out the gate. You got two running backs in the backfield. You got a tight end out there. This is Jack. He's really original buff. If you really want to be honest, he just happened to leave, came back, but he's original buff to me. Um, and what I mean by original buff was he was there before Coach Prime was there. So to see him come back is good to see. So to see the different formations coming out first day, you didn't see just a bunch of 5 wide things. You seen a mixture of things. It tells you they serious about running the ball. They're serious about giving opportunities for these running backs. To now it's on the running backs, right? You've seen, that's whew, I gotta play that one back.
Mama, there goes that man. Like I don't know what
That's a
people
scary
thinking,
sight.
but a healthy, motivated Miller. Because what Miller knows is that, hey, I go out here and I mess around. They got Sincere Brown over there. They got Williams over there. And they trying to come in here and they trying to play. But hey, every time they show that kid, mama, there goes that man. And that's what. And again, I think he believes in himself that he's gonna be that guy. Uh, Again, this is what I have to tell y'all, and I know y'all people hate to hear this. Prime told you when Omarion Miller had that first breakout game against USC, and he came to the podium. He said, "Well, did you expect that from Omarion Miller?" He looked y'all in the face and told y'all no. He said, "No, I hadn't seen that in practice." So what Omarion had to realize is I have to go out here and show this every day in practice that I'm going to be dominant in practice because Coach Prime not waiting until I got to put you in the game to see you dominant. That don't work for Prime. It ain't never worked for Prime. You don't in practice unless like in the UC in that USC game where I'm forced to have to play you. Oh no, you're not touching the field because I ain't seen it in practice. And he constantly tells people that. But now the kid is practicing good. He got great practice habits, and man, he making great catches. And like I say, that wasn't a dime, a great throw. He made it a great throw because he's a good receiver. It was a little behind him, make a great catch, stick my foot in the ground, go score. So
Facts.
that's just a great receiver making his quarterback look good. Every throw a quarterback make ain't gonna be perfect. As a receiver, sometimes you gotta make the quarterback look good. And on that play, Omarion Miller made the quarterback look good.
All right, first, shout out to everybody that's on X that's watching us right now. I mean, pull up over to YouTube, comment, like, share, subscribe. I know y'all watching on X, but if y'all come on over to YouTube, pull up on us, comment, let us know that you're here. Coach, I'm gonna say this because I know I got it paused and you ain't gonna hear the audio because I got the audio off right now. But Coach Phillips pointed and told RJ, "Hey man, we got a spot right up there in the seats for you." Right, we got a
I
spot right up
remember,
there
I
seat.
remember, yeah, I remember when I watched the video, I heard him saying that. I didn't hear who he was talking to,
Right
but
here,
I mean,
RJ.
it's it's fall count, and again, guys, it's it's competitive because this way you're earning your spot. Ain't Coach Prime not giving nobody nothing. You got to come up here and take it. So for these guys who came in here, again, Tafik Bars has done enough from the spring to now to say, hey, guy, you're good enough to be up here in this starting rotation. But we just got guys in. But man, listen, that offense looks very good. And now the thing is, you can't be solely sighted on what we doing. I think a lot of teams got used to that one back, Shador, calling the plays. But now you saw that the tight end, you saw the two back, and that's the biggest thing. We know that you could see at least four backs touching the field because you see that two back set. and that's scary. That's a scary sight when you talking about 26 back there with Michael Welch, or 26 back there with Hayden, or 26 back there with Track Hawk and Hayden. It's just a great feel, and the biggest thing is that I'm ready to see us get in pass so we can see them pass block,
Oh
because
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah, no
that's the
doubt.
next that's the next big thing that coach Coach Falk is really big on. You get what I'm saying? He's really big on that blocking from the running back position. And so I'm excited to see what these young men
And
can
no,
do.
no doubt. And I
Go
think
ahead.
that a lot of things that we didn't see, right, is because they don't have pads on. You know, they got the little shoulder shocker things on underneath the jersey. They don't really got pads on, so you didn't really see the physical. You see physicality, but it's gonna ramp up when them pads come on. Actually, come on, you're gonna see some real ramp up, and you're gonna see how this thing really operates. So, coming off first day impressions, I like what we did. Um, and I got to get my hats off to the linebackers now. The linebackers, if we can get them to cover in space, it's going to be a dangerous sight. It's going to be a dangerous sight because that's one of the areas where we felt that the last 2 years is we had we were able to run, stop, and close in, but defensively being able to cover in space has been an issue for us. So we can fix that, man. We working with something for real. But Warren, man, welcome on to the platform, man. I know you've been over here as me and Coach Ray was talking, man. What's going on? Warren, you there? All right, Warren, I'm finna drop you. Come back up. Pull back up. All right, so I'm gonna move on as this go on. So, but shout out to Coach Swayze, man. What he's got this team doing, man. People flying to the ball, people doing what they need to do, knowing the assignment of where they're supposed to be at. Shout out to them and the
Answer that.
whole strength.
Put Rob, put Matt question up. He asked a question in the chat.
Give me 1 second. But who up?
Pull Matt question up. Mac asked the question. I think he want to know who the free and who the strong safety is in the defense. I think that's what the question says.
You got Tafik Byers and you got Carter Stoudemire. So number 7 is Tafik Byers, 23 is Carter Stoudemire. That's the two safeties on the field right now.
But he's
Um,
trying to figure out which one is the free and which one is the strong. I'm trying to. So go back to it. I can tell him once I see it. I didn't really look at the formation like that when we first look at it. But I think that Carter would be the strong and Tafik would be the free. That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Carter, because Carter is the more. Not saying that Tafik's not physical, but I think that would be the answer to that question. I think he's the I think Tafik is the free and Carter Steinmeier is the strong with
yeah.
Preston in the nickel.
Carter's been playing a deep safety, and Tafik has been playing more in the box.
Well then it's the other way around. If Tafik's in the box, he's the strong safety, and Carter's the free. The free is the one that hangs over the top. So that it's the other way around. So
Yeah,
Tafik Byers is the strong safety, and Carter Steinmeier is the free safety.
yeah. They've been switching it up though. But for the
Check,
most
Mike
part,
check.
yep. You good one? We got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey man, before y'all keep cooking, man, y'all been cooking ever since you been back, especially Dre, man. You've been having a barbecue out here ever since you been back. You've been on fire, brother. I like that in you, man. Real talk.
I mean,
Everybody in the
I
chat,
mean,
like, subscribe, and share that content, man. We appreciate you, Dre. We appreciate you, Rob, for being out here in the street, the YouTube streets, man. Y'all been cooking.
We back, man. We
I
just
mean,
getting
Yes,
like
started.
I
sir.
say, we just getting started, man. We just, like I say, it was a lot going on, family wise, And again, with your son, with my son being an upcoming rising senior in high school and college offers, and Rob being a part of that as well, we also, it was like, it's so when David has something going on, it's not just Coach Dre, it's Coach Dre and Rob.
Yes,
Because
sir.
again, I just want to be a parent. I don't want coaches looking at me like, oh, he think because he a coach, he knows so much. So I let Rob do a lot of the talking for me on that end because I just want to be a parent. I just want to experience, like Dion say, it's a difference when you the coach and then when you the parent. And so I'm just trying to be the parent and let him make the best decision possible. So now we back. Like I say, it's football season, and we ready to go. So we, like I say, we appreciate all the
Well,
support, all the people.
yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
come with the
go ahead.
energy, man. So I come with the energy, Dre. That we welcome you back. We glad to have you back, man. You do what you got to do. I already know what kind of brother you are. You stayed up and down, real talk. You
No
been
doubt,
cooking
brother.
ever
I
since
don't
you
know.
been back, though. You had that fire in your belly, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I say, I want you got to make sure that again because it's so much negativity going out like these, and then again, like you say, when you're on the parent end, I don't care how many people watching in this chat. It's people that's not talking, right? But that could be somebody's parent, and you get on here and you talk about their kid, and you say their kid's not up to snuff, and it's just not conducive for a great situation. And so
Yes, sir.
what we do is we try to make and let people understand because sometimes people just don't understand. You just going off of what you seeing and not knowing exactly what's going on because sometimes it might look bad, but it's not really bad because it's the scheme of what the coach has going on. So, like I say, man, it's just and when you got good brothers like you, like Rob, or my brothers over there with Dino, Dev, my guy Dukes. Like I say, man, we gonna be a brotherhood this year.
Yes, sir.
We gonna outreach our hands to people, and show people because there's so much hate in the world, so much negativity, and people. I don't care about no fame and fortune. I ain't trying to get on here and get rich. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just trying to be me and trying to enlighten people because there's a lot of people just want to be enlightened. Now, if you coming over here for the negative or for laughs and giggles, yeah, which we're gonna give you that every now and then, but we're gonna try to give you the best information that we can, that's possible that we can give you.
It's all good with me, Coach Dre. I rocks with y'all, so I'm good. I'm just thankful that y'all allow me even on y'all panel to even chop it up to you. So I'm gonna go out here. I'm finna put myself on the delusional 12-0 and that Big 12 chip coming this way.
I used to
Yeah, we on fire this year. We on
why
fire. We got a great team this year.
why
Yes,
you why
sir.
you up here, Warren? Tell me about your impression of the first day. I mean, you up here now,
Man,
so
come
come
on,
on.
man. So I don't know if y'all noticed 58 out there. Y'all playing center with Juju behind him. I don't know if y'all caught that part of it. I'm just saying. And man, it's so much to the team. And 26 shocked me. I forgot he was even on the team.
That's because
I'm
he's a
saying,
late
what?
addition.
Okay. I was like, what? And then Welch is running pretty good. Our whole team is doing pretty good. That's just first day. Wait till you get in the fourth day when they start having them. They start to get really physical. It's gonna be some popcorn. We're gonna have to pull out our popcorn because they're gonna be some fighting out there. No, you got a competitive
Oh, I mean,
team out.
it's gonna be competitive just because of the fact of you got guys that want to play.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody's. I mean, he's in the running for the center position. I don't think that we're just handing the job to McGill. McGill's a great kid. I think he's fantastic. But I know Yaya has put in that work.
Don't
He's
forget
been
about
working
Copeland.
hard. And then you got Copeland. So it's three of those guys that can also play center. Uh, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna tell you
yeah.
no. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. When that offensive line rolled out there and 53 rolled out there, like I said, all I did was guess until I saw it today with uh with the pregame show. I said that's got to be Larry Johnson. That kid That kid is a giant. That kid is a giant out there. At that tackle, at that right tackle spot. I I like right now. He again. It's only two kids. I only got two kids pinned in to start on the offensive line, and that's Jordan Seaton and Zach Crystal. The other three spots are penciled in, but right now I got Big 53, Big Johnson
You
penciled
might
in
as well
at
add
that other
another one
tackle.
too. You might as well add another one because Kareem is rising to the top. He rising to the
And
top.
then
Dog of the
and
day.
he and that's what I'm saying. But I think they might have moved Kareem back to guard. I don't think
They
he's
did.
playing tackle. Okay,
They moved him back to guard.
so that's the biggest thing. But again, that's what you want though. You don't want nobody just because in this day and age, that's exactly what kids do. As soon as you bring in somebody else, they don't look at it as, hey, you just ain't finna come take my job. Oh, y'all, you just don't think I'm good enough. So they just go and hit the transfer portal. And that doesn't help anybody when you do that. Because again, when you get to the NFL, we see what they did to Shador. So just imagine what they're gonna do to a kid that every time it get tough or every time they bring somebody in to compete, you try to run away from it. So I'm just glad that he rose to the occasion coming off his injury. Got in there with Coach Swayze and worked hard, and so now you seeing the benefits. And again, it comes down to what we were just talking about earlier, when Coach Pat Shermer can walk around to all the position groups and get a feel of who's having a good day because I got Byron Leftwich there with my quarterbacks. I don't have to just stand there and watch them like he had to do last year because he was the quarterback coach as well. So that's a great feeling to have where your offensive coordinator can walk around and see what we're working on, see what we're good at, and what we need to work on. So I think
I
we're in a good spot.
I say this year is Rob Livingston. He's gonna be able to do the same thing Pat Shermer is. They come with a different approach, and they loaded up on all the each room more coaches, so it allows more freedom for them. So that just to go through and pick who, what I'm saying, who stood out for the day, who brung it all day. I mean, you got to be able to watch every layer of the offense, every layer of the defense. So, man, what we did with the coaching
Fact.
staff is the biggest thing that I say that uh, was a change as far
And
as
the
coaching wise.
quarterback room is heating up too. That's I mean, that's the first since should do it. We didn't have to worry about that. But now, man, it's good to see that the quarterback position, them guys is going at it, and Juju is growing by leaps and bounds, man, out there. It's like, so man, we got a good situation. We got a very good situation, Rob. Very
Oh man,
good
it's,
situation.
it's a great situation.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll go with two quarterback system? Obviously, they will have Yaya coming in and keeping the strategy clean. Um, they're gonna. I mean, you got to give ref for both of them, regardless of the fact, because Juju is the future. Regardless of how you want to slice and dice and look at it, I do think both quarterbacks will play. Now, what the percentage of how many plays each one gonna get, or how many reps each one gonna get, it's to be determined. But both of them are going to play. It's just a matter. Do you put in, Caden Salter starts? Do you put in a package for Juju, scripted, a certain amount of plays throughout the game, and how that looks? Or if we get into various situations where we know we got to pass or we know we got to do a particular thing, and because both of these quarterbacks got two different skill sets. Juju is more along the Shador skill set versus Caden Salter is more of a mobile on the run. Not saying that Juju can't get on the run because he's showing you in the videos, right, that he can get rid of the ball, he can run, he's gonna be smart up here, he's gonna be cerebral. He understands the game. Even as young as he is, one of the youngest players in college football, as a quarterback, he understands what's going on, right? And that's a tribute to him getting to college early, him going through the spring. So now the game is slowed down just a little bit. It ain't so all the way completely down because when you go up against different teams, they're gonna throw different things at you, right? Than probably what you've seen at practice. So the one thing about it is there's no data. So it's really what can you go off of Juju. So what you gonna throw at Juju? It's it's gonna be night and day. But from a standpoint, until there's actual data out there, you don't know what Juju can handle, what he can't handle in the game. So you got to get some type of data on him. So they're going to play both of them, and that's a great thing about bringing Juju along in this situation. If he does not start, there's no data on him. So if he comes into the game, you don't know what they're going to do, what they're going to run, and how they're going to run things system wise. With Kate Salter, you could have a great idea because he has data that you can go off of from previous years.
Yes, sir.
Here's what I'm gonna tell. Here's what I'm gonna say, and we said it yesterday. I mean Monday. Both of them, to me, both of them are going to play. Deion Sanders didn't. I don't understand how he tells y'all he don't tell lies, but all of a sudden when he tell y'all that he don't know who the quarterback is, old Coach Prime Line, he know Case Salt the Starler, this, that, and the other. Well, you can't have it both ways. Uh, he don't know. It's an open competition, guys. It's an open competition. I believe that both of these young men will play. Uh, Juju is just he's above and beyond his age, and him coming in early, getting in that playbook, knowing what's going on, and like I said yesterday, he threw some great balls yesterday. Both of them threw great passes. Like you say, and Juju isn't a slouch. It's not like he's not athletic, so it's not like he can't. He might not be as athletic as K Salt with running the football, but this is a quarterback battle. Because one thing you know is there's no need to take Juju to media day if I don't think the kid is in the running to be the quarterback. I just leave him at the house and let Salter go, or again I'm gonna keep Jordan Seaton is the face of college football. Offensive tackle is the face of college football.
Coach, you breaking up.
I can kick. I'm in a bad spot. Hold on, let me get out this spot.
Okay. Go ahead, Warren.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it at iron sharp as iron, and we got a lot of that all over the field, especially in the quarterback room. I even seen Staub throw some good passes down the field as opposed to intermediate. I seen him going down the field a little bit more. So, and let me say this: these guys are all running to the ball, which we've been preaching for the past 2 years. It seems like now it's clicking with the whole team, and they're all running towards the ball or all in the play. You can see a bunch of them in the play instead of just a few of them in the play.
Well, that just contributed to being in shape.
Yes, sir.
That contributed to that. That's
yes, sir.
That's the conditioning all day of putting an emphasis on. Hey, man, we are going to be the most well-conditioned team out here. I don't care about nothing else. We're going to be well-conditioned. We don't do anything else. We are going to be able to finish in the fourth quarter because we are more well-conditioned than a lot of teams. And the biggest thing at the beginning of the season is always conditioning. It's always, right? And as you move, later throughout the season, injuries start to play a part. A lot of things start to play a part. But at the beginning of the season, you can win and lose a game just based on conditioning. And not being conditioned, not having, the pieces, to come into the game could cost you a game. So, man, we right where we need to be at. And that's why I keep emphasizing, man, shout out to the strength and conditioning team. Shout out to Coach Swayze because the work that they put in, the transformation of some of these players, and just the natural fact that they lost from last year to the end of last year to where they at right now, it's night and day. You talk about Kareem Harden. Kareem Harden didn't look like that last year. You know what I'm saying? He was a lot heavier than that. So to see him drop the weight, to really own it, and to see a lot of these players just own it this offseason and know, hey, man, this year 3. Because you talk about development, right? Everybody want to bring up this word. Hey, man, there's no development. Or Kareem Harden's been in the program, how many years now? How many years he's been in the program? So when you're talking about development, this is what development looks like, right? When a player comes in another year, what has he did from the previous year to the new year, right? Has anything changed about him? Now, we haven't played any games to see what the true value is of it. But when you break down and you start to look at just what you're seeing, it's a 90-day difference from a lot of these players and the transformation of the work they put in the offseason. Now it's got to translate on the field, and that's the part where we're about to find out.
I love where we at. I got 12-0. I'm not stepping down from it. Call me delusional. That's how I'm rolling. I'm rolling with the prime effect.
Well, I bring in K-Salt not to start him. I mean, this is the question that I always ask when every time somebody comes in. If you flat out just get beat out, you flat out get beat out, right? It's been a number of times where y'all like, man, this player is because they got 4-star, 5-star, and they were highly ranked. That's not always the case. Systems matter. What we're trying to accomplish. I'm not saying that K-Star won't start. I think he truly will start game one. But by the time the season over, I think the key's going to be handed over to Juju. That's just how I feel about the situation, right? But things have to play out. You know what I'm saying? And what you're seeing is we're going to do a various of different things with the offense, whether we put 2 running backs in the backfield, whether we go option football with K-Salt, whether we do some RPOs, everything that we're going to do with K-Salt, we're not going to do that with Juju. So you have 2 different styles. So they might script 10 to 12 plays just for Juju to come in the game and run because there's no data on him. You have to be mindful. When there's no data on somebody, you're at an advantage more than a disadvantage. Once there's tape out on you, now I got data. Now I can see what your tendencies are. Now I can understand what your weaknesses are. Now I can attack you differently. But right now, we actually in a good situation. So I don't think it's a situation where we have to say, hey, K-Star needs to start or Juju needs to start. Just let the thing play out at the end of the day. Just let it play out because the best man is going to win. Regardless of how you want to look at this, the best man is going to win. And when the best man wins, whoever they roll out and say that's who we rolling with, just support it until they show you different, right? Because they must have did something at fall camp to get us to this point.
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. Why bring K Salter in if you're not going to start him? K Salter has told you this. His parents told you this. Deion Sanders didn't promise me anything. He told me there's an opportunity that for you to come in here and play, but I can't promise you that you're going to be the starter. The kid told you that. His parents told you that. He's betting on himself. He's betting that he's going to be the better guy. And that's all you can ask for is for you to bet on yourself. Deion Sanders don't owe K-Salt nothing. K-Salt made the decision. K-Salt made the decision that he wanted to come to see you. I'm pretty sure K-Salt had other teams that promised him that he would be the starter if he decided to come to their university. He didn't do that. When Juju was asked, did you know K-Salt was coming to see you? He told you, no, I didn't know he was coming. So that lets you know there was no discussion, that Deion Sanders ain't saying, hey, listen, Juju, we're going to bring K-Salt in here, and he goes, no discussion. Because because again, y'all gotta stop thinking that it's some kind of conspiracy theory or something like that. It's not. It's just straight up and down. Whoever is the best guy that gives us the best chance to win, that's who Deion Sanders is going to play.
I do think the K-Salt pickup was a blessing in disguise because at the time, and this is from a personally, I thought that Juju may need some time to get acclimated to and he's succeeding all the measurements that I had, but I just wanted him to come in where it wasn't so much pressure and that he could get used to seeing what comes with those lights. And I believe that K-Salt was a good enough quarterback to lead our team to a bunch of victories. And so he managed the game well. He got, he gives you another dynamic. So I'm expecting K-Salt to come out, like you said, day one. But I'm glad for the quarterback. I'm glad for the competition because we have us a 5-star that's coming in and not cowering in the shadows of K-Salt, but competing with K-Salt, which is a plus for both for both all of us involved in it, because K-Salt is going to push him. If Juju is pushing K-Salt, what do you think that's going to take K-Salt to a whole nother level?
I saying he shouldn't start because he should be in his senior year of high school does not mean anything. If you ready to go and you the best man and you won a job and you showing us to put us in the best position to win, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
The game is changed.
Hold on. Listen, guys. And again, bro, I understand what you're thinking, but this is what you need to know about Julian Lewis. This kid has never played with kids his age.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
he's never played with kids his age. He's the same age as my son. We grew up playing youth football. They had a top youth program. We had a top youth program. He's never played with kids his age. At at 13 turning 14, Juju Lewis was the starting quarterback at big time Georgia high school football, where football is God, and he took that team to a state championship as a 13 turning 14-year-old kid. The lights are not too big. That is why he's not quivering in these moments, because he's been built for these moments. He's always been the youngest guy in the room, but the more mature guy in the room, the guy with the most. So he's just here working. He don't really like to talk a lot. He's not going to do all of that. He's just going to come out here and work, and let his work speaks for him. Again, K Salter understands that, and I get like what Warren was saying. Okay, I'm finna be a 4-year senior. I should come in here and do my thing. So I'm pretty sure when he talked to Coach Prime, and Coach Prime said, well, we got, and that was, hey, you gonna have to beat out Julian, you gonna have to beat out Stop. And so he came in here and he did all of that, to where it's just him and Julian fighting for who's gonna be the guy. And within these next few weeks, we'll find out. But I just don't want anybody to get upset if they both play. Again, I'm in a city in Gainesville, Florida, with Steve Spurrier. He did that one year for like 4 or 5 games. He played 2 quarterbacks because neither one could just really separate themselves. Both of them had good things that they could do.
Urban Meyer
When,
did it.
when Urban Meyer did it, again, Rob brought up a great point. I'm asking y'all in the chat. Tell me, how many national championships do y'all think Tim Tebow won? I give y'all a second to kind of answer that, because I know what the media tells y'all. How many national championships did Tim Tebow win as the starting quarterback at the University of Florida? Okay, if you said 2, you would be wrong. Tim Tebow only won 1 national champion. He was a part of 2 national championships, but he only won 1 as a starter. That first year, Tim Tebow was a guy. He was the backup to Chris Leak. Chris Leak was the starting quarterback for the University of Florida, and they would bring Tim Tebow in certain packages. He would run the ball, and once the people started saying, "Oh, the only thing they bringing Tebow in to do is run the ball," then they start letting him throw it. But even if you come here to Gainesville, you ask people, "Man, Tim Tebow won 2 national championships." No, he didn't. Ma'am, no, ma'am, sir, don't say that. He only won 1 as a starting quarterback. So I know people don't like it, but in practice, after a while, it's gonna get mundane, guys. You going against the same people. After a while, the defense gonna pick it. When you play against your own team, you start picking up on certain stuff. Oh, he lining up here, they running this play. Oh, he lining up. So sometimes, and most times, the defense will start cheating, this, that, and the third. So we're not gonna honestly get a real good, fair assessment of those guys until Georgia Tech. So going into Georgia Tech, I expect both of these young men to get quality reps in the Georgia Tech game. And maybe then, if one of these guys in the next few weeks show that he's better than the other one, then that's who Coach Prime will go with. But one thing is that Coach Prime is going to be honest and tell you the truth. So when he finds out who his starting quarterback is, he'll let us know.
And I'm gonna tell you this: he ain't gonna know because it's they're gonna go through this scrimmage. It's gonna be about 2 weeks before they actually know. Because you can only go so long through training camp before you got to start game planning for Georgia Tech and who the starters are and scripting things and things like that. So you're about a week and a half out to knowing what it's going to look like, who's first team, who's second team, this, that, and third. Whoever's on the first team defense, they could change today, right? They're going to change it to see how you interact. Of now you going from first team to second team, or you going from second team to first team. So just going off that notion, hey, Juju looked better yesterday. What does he look like today? Does he come back and be that same person, right? All them things, it's gonna work itself out. You ain't gotta worry about it. And so when y'all keep worrying about why do we need to run Juju out there? If he's the best person who won the job, hands down, I guarantee you, they didn't just give him the starting job. It was a true competition. So that just tells you how more prepared that he was coming in, being sharp at practice to lead to a game. Because what you do in practice, what you gonna do in the game. So if you're practicing the right way, creating great habits and stringing along practices and building up to the season, then that's what's going to happen in the game. Now it's about how do we micromanage the game for him to process everything in the game to put us in the best situation to win. Can we do that? And what does that look like? But it's going to be an ongoing conversation. So with that being said, I know we had our mark, Coach Dre. I know Coach got to get out of here. I got another show I got to do here in a second. So, Coach Dre, Warren, give me your final thoughts. Go to Coach Dre, and then we're gonna get about this thing.
Man, glad to have y'all brothers back, man. Everybody in the chat, please hit the like button. At least hit the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing but a push up a button. Um, Dre, appreciate you coming back, man. Love your content. Love the fire, bro, that you bring to black excellence, bro. Rob as well, man. Y'all salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on the panel. One love. It's all
Appreciate you.
good.
All right, we
Yes,
are
sir.
back. We are back on Friday. Just putting it out there, man. We back on the regular schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Y'all gonna see us on the platform. So, man, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you did not get the notification today, just unclick the notification bell and re-click it, and everything will start back working. So I know a lot of people ain't been getting a notification bell. I got a lot of emails and a lot of DMs about that. Just make sure that you click on notification bell, click off of it, and then click back on it so it can set itself. YouTube, it goes through this every year with the notification settings, and that goes with anything. If you're not getting notification of your favorite content creator, all you gotta do is hit the bell, then re-hit the bell again so it can start acting proper. But we back on a regular basis. So, man, we'll see y'all every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. We'll make sure we put something out on the days that we not on. So y'all have content coming from RobDaManMedia in some way, some shape, some form. But Coach J, man, close us out of and get us close us up out of this thing.
Oh man, like you say, man, we back. We appreciate everybody coming in and supporting us. This will be me and bro third year doing this. And like you say, we're gonna change some things up, but our core values will not change. We're gonna stay positive, we're gonna stay upbeat. The one thing I'm gonna ask y'all to do in the comments is be respectful to each other. I don't want to see arguing and bickering and fighting. People can have an opinion. They might not agree with the way our opinion, or might not agree with your opinion, but just be respectful. I keep telling y'all, it's not about what you're saying; it's about how you saying it. We gonna have mods in here, and our mods they know how we feel. So if you get kicked, it's because they feel that you're not keeping up to the standard that we're trying to set. Like Coach Prime said, we just about consistency. We want people to feel comfortable. Again, I always tell y'all, I'm just a nobody trying to bless somebody. So when I come on here, I'm trying to be a blessing to somebody. Somebody might be having a bad moment or a bad hour. Cause like Coach Prime said, we're not trying to have no bad days. You can have a bad moment, you can have a bad hour, but you're not gonna have a bad day. And like you say, we back. Y'all will see us working with other content creators. We said it Monday. We forming a brotherhood. because there's so much negativity in the world and so much putting each other down. We're gonna show people that you can get together with each other and have discussion and be cordial and love on you on each other and be kind to each other. And we're gonna show it. We're not just gonna keep talking about it. We're gonna show y'all with the way we're gonna do content this year. So big shout out to
Oh,
all those. Go ahead, bro.
no, if I say Wednesday, it's gonna be See You Women's Wednesday on the platform. So See You Aunties to be a part of that. So I just want to make sure we put that out because Wednesdays will be See You Women Wednesday. So
Again, and when I say brotherhood, I should just say a family because the simple fact is, yes, those ladies, anybody else, Miss Phyllis is in here. You see her up there with me on with B Watts and stuff. We gonna have her up here. Any other women, don't be afraid to come up here and talk. We gonna let y'all. One thing that ain't gonna happen in here, where we at, is gonna be disrespect of women. That just ain't gonna happen. Men, I'm telling you guys now, y'all let the women talk. Y'all are not to go back and forth with women. All your calling them idiots and all you don't know football. Hey, that's a clean cut way to get kicked out of Rob the Man Media. That's I'm just telling y'all I'm being frank. And that's because I'm old school. That's the way I was raised. That's the way Rob was raised. That's what we gonna do. Them ladies gonna speak their mind. They gonna say what they want to say, and you are not to come in here and tell them they stupid. You don't. Hey, that's the quickest way to get booted out of here. Okay, so we just appreciate, like I say, we appreciate the love and support because regardless of what y'all think, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about us. Those ladies have held us down from day one. It's about 5, 6, or 7 of them that's been here since day one. They never wavered. They check on us, not just here. They check on us in real life, making sure we all right, making sure we cool. So there will never be any disrespect. Miss Jennifer in here, Miss Phyllis in here, all the ladies from CU aunties, Miss K, Tanisha, all of those ladies, they've been down with us from day one. It's a few others that be in the I Love CC, Miss E Willer, Miss Regina, all those people that y'all see over there on Life and Football that y'all see us, Miss Pleasantly Plump, and all of them. So those women have been down with us from day one. We will never, I do mean never, turn our backs on them. So I'm just telling you fellas, hey, y'all can go back and forth with each other respectfully in the chat. Hey, don't do that with them women. And like I say, if I send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. This has been another Rob the Man Media production. God bless you, and we'll see y'all Friday.